Welcome aboard, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here with you live on Tuesday, the 11th day of March 2014. Tuesday, the 11th day of March 2014. Welcome to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. Mike Phillips doing a fantastic job of filling in. He's going to be a regular here on Fridays. It's going to be Fridays with Philip. Why are we doing this? Because we need an army. We need large numbers of people all around the world picking up their responsibilities, taking responsibility for their communities, for their families, for their countries, for goodness sake. I'm only one man. Dr. Wallach's only one man. And the simple fact of the matter, which we have to repeat over and over and over because people just don't want to believe it. People are not inclined to believe the notion that healing is easy. Surgery is complicated. Healing is easy. There are certain steps that everybody must take, that everybody needs to take every day in order to ensure the optimal function of their body. You know, we've gotten so used to living in towns that purify our water and take care of our sewage that we don't even notice it anymore. We've gotten used to the government making sure that the food that we eat is not contaminated. Well, you know, very much. We're not getting E. coli every time we turn around. We've taken it for granted that we have to take showers every day and put clothes on our bodies when we step outside to protect ourselves from the elements. Well, guess what? These things are necessary to support and optimize human health. Wouldn't you agree? Well, yes, they are. There's one other thing that people need to do in order to optimize their health, but they're not taught this in school. And when people follow these simple steps to optimize the structure and function of the human body, to give their body a tune-up, so to speak, their bodies bounce back towards health to a remarkable degree. Our basic premise: there are 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs in order to optimize its structure and function. 90. Count them. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids for a grand total of 90. The problem is that you can't get the 90 essential nutrients in your food. They are not there. The lion's share of your nutrient needs are minerals. Calcium, selenium, zinc, sulfur, right? Minerals. There's only one person that can make a mineral. That would be God. Minerals are found in the soil. Animals can't make minerals. Plants can't make minerals. For goodness sake, right? If plants could make minerals, we could bioengineer lettuce to make gold and platinum and silver, and hallelujah, we'd all be rich. Minerals are in the soil or not. Mostly not. Minerals are not evenly spread out in the soil. And so, if you are an organic farmer par excellence, if you own the best organic farm in the world, if it's been in your family for 25 generations, if your food is the purest on the planet, it's still going to be minerally deficient. Because there's only as much calcium in the broccoli or the lettuce or the carrot as there is in the soil in which the broccoli, the lettuce, or the carrot is grown. Farmers do not put minerals in the soil. Well, some do. They're getting smart. Some farmers who've heard the longevity message are actually buying 25-gallon drums of longevity's colloidal plant minerals and fertilizing their crops with it, which, you know, triples basically the yield that they get, dramatically increases the Brix factor, which is a sugar measurement that agriculturists use. But my point here is most farmers do not mineralize the soil. So this leads to the simple, overlooked, remarkable fact that everybody and their brother, unless they are actively taking a mineral supplement every day, are minerally deficient. Everybody is minerally deficient. Let me say it once more. Everybody is minerally deficient. Unless, of course, they're smart enough to get on board with Youngevity. Because Youngevity's nutritional supplements fulfill your body's mineral needs better than anything I've ever seen. And I've been doing this for over 25 years professionally. Well, all right, so we've got 60 minerals that most people are deficient in. We've got 16 vitamins. Well, you can get some of your vitamins from food. Well, yes, you can. You can get some of your vitamins from wine. You can get some of your vitamins from beer. Yes, you can, but do you know how much you're getting? No, you don't. So, you can sample your food every day. Could mash it up in a blender and get a test tube, get a purified test tube, and send that purified test tube full of stuff to a local laboratory. And probably there isn't a local laboratory that does this type of testing, so you're going to have to FedEx it overnight. The lab's going to do the test. They're going to tell you how much vitamin C is in it, how much vitamin B is in it, how much vitamin D is in it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you're going to get the results next day. So meanwhile, you've gone a day without taking your food. And, oh, by the way, you have to fine-tune your vitamin supplementation every day in order to fulfill your body's nutrient needs if you're simply keeping your fingers crossed and hoping to get all of this done just from eating food. Well, it's kind of a fool's errand, wouldn't you say? Kind of silly into the bargain. So the solution to this is easy. In addition to giving yourself a good, high-quality, absorbable mineral supplement, why don't you also bundle that with a vitamin supplement, an amino acid supplement, and an essential fatty acid supplement? Well, hallelujah and pass the hat. That's exactly what we have done. Now, let's say you raise Maine Coon cats. You love Maine Coon cats, coolest cat on planet Earth, and you breed the Maine Coon cats and you take them to shows, and your Maine Coon cats sell for $2,000, $3,000 each. Highest pedigreed Maine Coon cat in the world. If half of your coon cats were fed a complete vitamin, mineral, amino acid, and essential fatty acid supplement every day, and the other half were not, which group do you think would be healthier? The ones that were nutrified. For goodness sake, the agriculture, the livestock industry around in the United States and North America has been doing this for over 40 years. Which is why, by the way, eggs don't cost $10 each. Which is why chickens don't cost $50 each. Because the animals don't get sick. The person growing the chicken, the person growing the cow, the person growing the sheep mineralizes the food. They give them sheep chow. They give them chicken chow. The stuff that they're feeding the animals today is a direct result of Dr. Wallach's $25 million of federally funded research that happened from 1970 to 1982. Dr. Wallach's research dialed in the nutritional needs of animals. And people who grow animals have been following Wallach's advice for the last 30 years. And guess what? Dr. Wallach's research tripled the lifespan of the average household dog. Before Dr. Wallach's research came along, most dogs lived to be 7 years of age. Now they're living well into their 20s with health. And why do you think this is? Because your dog is better nutrified than you are. Your cat is better nutrified than you are. Think I'm lying? Go get your dog food, read the label, tell me what's in it. It is unbelievable to me that in North America, quite frankly all around the world, we take better care of our dogs and cats than we do of ourselves. And the simple fact of the matter is, if we just did medical nutrition, if we just gave the body everything that the body needs every day, stopped eating food that's gumming up the works, and got out of the way, sickness would rarely darken our door. Heartburn isn't caused by your stomach. Arthritis isn't caused by your knees or your shoulders or your fingers. High blood pressure is not caused by your heart. Chronic illnesses, most of the time, are generated for one simple reason. It's not the stress of life. It's not your mean boss. It's not your horrible job. It's your unbelievable lack of simple foundation nutrition. We know this about our automobiles. If the car runs out of oil, guess what happens? The engine seizes. Well, if the human body runs out of the 90 essential nutrients, guess what? Things start to break. But then, because the medical industry is monopolized by the pharmaceutical industry and the MDs, when we do get sick, we go to an MD. And the MD throws a drug at the problem. The intention of the drug is not to cure the disease. The intention of the drug is to manage the symptoms of the illness until things get so bad that you need surgery. This is nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get sick in the first place. Nutrify your body. One Healthy Start Pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month provides all of the nutrition that your body needs to support and promote and optimize its health. Give it a try, why don't you? Log on to fireyourmdnow.com, fireyourmdnow.com, and hook yourself up with Youngevity. It's Youngevity Nation worldwide, doing everything that we can to lift our friends, family members, church members, and community members into health and wealth. Stick around. I'm going to talk to Lisa in Texas when we come back. Tuesday, March 11th, 2014. Dr. Peter Glidden here. You ready for tonight's webinar? Worldwide webinar, live chat with yours truly. And check it out for insiders and their guests exclusively at fireyourmdnow.com. Let's go to Texas and see what Lisa's up to. Hey, Lisa, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, but I'll get better. Thanks for asking. What's happening in Texas?
Corpus Christi, Texas. I've been a soldier for Dr. Wallach for about a year and a half now.
How's it going?
And able to change people's lives. I'm a recovering ICU nurse.
Wow.
Recovering mentally from allopathic medicine.
Well, yeah, and every dog has his day, right? And it's the right dog for the right job. And the wheelhouse of allopathic medicine is ICU stuff and emergency care and, surgery when it's necessary, and they do a good job at that. But because of hospital politics, because of money, because of, just bad therapeutics, even the stuff that they're good at leaves people really wanting often. And you should write a book. I bet you have some very interesting stories.
They're not very good at most anything. If you have an infection, maybe you need an antibiotic every now and then, but other than that, they'll kill you.
Well, and truth be told, right? I mean, let's not, we just tell it like it is here. The leading cause of death in the United States is allopathic medicine. The leading cause of bankruptcy is allopathic medicine, and this is our whole deal here, that nobody knows this because of the monopoly, and this is why we're here. So God bless you for seeing the light and taking a stab at the holistic approach. What's your experience been? Are people listening, or people think you're a crackpot, or what's going on?
People in the medical field think I'm a crackpot for sure. Yeah. But, it's you talk to 20 people and you get 2 or 3 that understand, and you see the light bulb go on, and, they try the product and they just can't believe how their life changes.
And you know what? The most remarkable thing about all of this to me is, number one, how simple and how easy it is. But number two, as far as the medical professionals go, doesn't it twist your mind into a knot when you interface with these people and you tell people and they actually see that it works? They've been working with someone for 10 years and they've got a blood pressure issue or a blood sugar issue, and then they talk to you, and in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, the blood pressure issue or the blood sugar issue is gone. It's gone. And then that person goes back to the allopath, goes back to the MD and says, hey, doc, guess what? My blood sugar is normal now. The doctor knows that it had something to do with medical nutrition, but they don't ask you. This is the most unbelievable aspect of allopathic medicine, I think, and nobody's talking about it except me, but doesn't that just twist your mind?
It does. Even when you tell them, I have a farmer that I helped lose a significant amount of weight, get on the product, get rid of some anxiety attacks, get rid of a bad knee. And he went back to his doctor, and his doctor's like, "What are you doing? You look great, And he told his doctor what he was doing, and like, "Oh, no, that's not it."
Yeah, right. It's nuts. I mean, it's like Max Planck said, right? The science progresses one funeral at a time, which means it takes a generation. The current generation has to die in order for new ideas to be accepted, and it's a crazy aspect of human nature. And I'm of the opinion, in the Harry Potter books. Were you a Harry Potter fan at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, in the Harry Potter books, right, there were the witches and the warlocks and the people with magical powers, and then there was everybody else, the muggles, right?
Right.
People that just, they didn't have any of that. And I'm the older that I get, I'm becoming of the opinion that there are basically two types of people in the world. People who are extremely closed-minded and fearful, and people who are open-minded and not fearful. And, it's the younger generations that tend to be open-minded and not fearful. And these are the people that are attracted to longevity, the open-minded in the community. And this is one of the reasons that I love longevity so much. The therapeutics are awesome. Dr. Wallach's awesome. The mission is awesome. The money is life-changing, breathtaking, and fantastic. But the thing that really sets it apart are people just like you. Open-minded, courageous people. So much fun to hang out with that crowd. Stick around, Lisa. We got a hard break. I'll be back to talk to you after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. Tuesday, March 11th, 2014, live chat tonight, worldwide health webinar with yours truly. Check it out, fireyourmdnow.com for insiders and their guests exclusively. Fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the Become an Insider button and get your health back with good, new-fashioned education. We're talking to Lisa in Texas, who's a ex-ICU nurse and has been a soldier in Dr. Wallach's non-militant health recovery army for the last year and a half. Welcome back, Lisa. How can I help?
Okay, I have a question. Since I've been on the product, I'm healthy to start with, but I feel fantastic on the product. However, I've developed what I call half and half nails. The beds of my nails are, the proximal is like a light pink, and then halfway across my nail it becomes bright red down to where the white of my nail is.
Oh, that's interesting. How long has that been? Yeah, how long has that been present?
Well, it was probably 6 months after I started the product. I kind of noticed it a little bit, and then it kind of went away, and now it's like back on most of my nails.
Okay.
And they're either called half or Lindsay nails.
Lindsay nails, yeah. That's a really interesting question. Well, all things being equal, is this something that used to happen before in your life?
Absolutely never. Nope.
Never happened before. Only started since you've been doing the supplements, yeah?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, then it has to be.
No problem.
Yeah, it has to be related to the supplements then. How much selenium are you taking?
I was taking 600, and I kind of got off it for a while and dropped it back down to 300.
Yeah. And how much do you weigh?
150.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be causing the problem, but something is. And this is, again, outside of my immediate frontal cortex wheelhouse, right? So, right now, I'm going to have to look this one up or talk to Dr. Wallach about it. I'm sure, though, that it's related to something that's going on with nutrition. You've eliminated the 10 bad foods?
Yeah, my diet's always been good, but, you cheat every now and then, but yeah, pretty much. I have a pretty good diet.
And is this anything that your brothers or your sisters experience?
No. No.
Yeah, okay. Because I will tell you one thing that happens, and this is extremely counterintuitive, which is why it's good to know about, especially, you're involved in the medical field. When the body becomes nutrified, and it's been firing on all 16 cylinders, all 90 cylinders for 6 months or a year, depending, of course, on your age and your weight and other variables. But often what will happen is all of a sudden, at some point in time, the body starts to kick out symptomology that's been hidden inside of it. It's kind of like there's been stuff that's been suppressed. There have been imbalances present inside the body that the body hasn't had the vital energy or the chutzpah, so to speak, to express. The body likes to express symptoms, but sometimes it can't because it's just too fagged out. It's too tired. Doesn't have the stuff that it needs to get the job done. So one of the things that can happen is people get on board with the products, they clean up their diet, life is good, they feel good, everything gets better, and then they develop these weird little symptoms. Most of the time, though, weird little symptoms like this are revisitations of old symptoms from the past. But in your case, this is not the case. So, is your schedule available to give me a shout back tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Can you be on the webinar tonight?
Yes.
All right. Be on the webinar tonight. In the meanwhile, I'll round Wallach up, and we'll figure out what's going on here, and I'll talk about it, because you finally stumped me. It's been a long time, Lisa, since somebody stumped me here, but you did it, girl. So good job. Stay tuned. Pop in tonight on the webinar, and I'll address this first thing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're the greatest. Appreciate the help and the call. From Texas to Alaska, let's talk to Bill. Hey, Bill, thanks for calling. You are live.
Looks like you guys got it completely under control.
William.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for interrupting you, Bill.
All right, William. We got some background noise there, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, that's better. How can I help, Bill?
Calling for a friend who has had 5 brain surgeries.
Wow.
In year 2000, he started having seizures and then had an aneurysm. They did surgery to correct the aneurysm. Then he was having so many seizures that the doctors said the only way to solve that was to remove half of his brain.
Wow. So that's what they did. They took half his brain out.
Yes.
Isn't that correct? Yeah.
He is missing his right brain hemisphere.
Wow. He just took the whole thing out, yanked it. Yeah, you don't need that. What the heck?
Yeah,
and I'm the quack, right? Did the seizure activity go away, or is he still having seizures?
No, he's still constant seizures.
So the MDs said there's nothing we can do here except remove half of your brain. They convinced him somehow to have that unbelievably barbaric procedure done, and the seizures that was supposed to fix are still there.
Yes.
Now, if you were him, wouldn't you? How would you feel? Yeah.
I would feel pretty stupid.
Well, yeah.
Done that.
Well, yeah, and also you'd feel used, you'd feel abused. I mean, this is abuse. It's medical abuse, and nobody's held accountable. Probably before he went into the surgery, when he was all drugged up in the pre-op, they had him sign legal forms that released them completely from any harm or foul. And it's unbelievable that nonsense like this is allowed to happen. Well, I'll tell you our take on aneurysms. And, he shouldn't feel bad because in the 50s, one of the smartest men on the planet, Albert Einstein, died of an aortic aneurysm. An aneurysm is when a blood vessel kind of disintegrates from the inside out and bursts inside the body. Yeah. Well, inquiring minds, right, want to know what on earth would cause a blood vessel to just spontaneously disintegrate. Well, one of the operative reasons is a complete lack of nutrition, a chronic lack of nutrition that the body needs in order to maintain the structural integrity of the blood vessel. So in this case, the stuff that the body needs in order to keep the blood vessels strong and elastic so they don't just spontaneously burst is copper. He had a copper deficiency. Did he have white or gray hair?
No, he doesn't.
Does he have any hair?
I've been trying to figure that out.
Well, yeah. Yeah, does he color his hair?
No.
Okay. Well, it's funny, right? Because, for instance, there are over 378 illnesses that are caused by calcium deficiencies, but nobody knows why, you know, a calcium deficiency in one person shows up as arthritis, and a calcium deficiency in their brother shows up as high blood pressure, and a calcium deficiency in their sister shows up as restless legs at night or whatever. But this is the operative cause here from our point of view is a chronic copper deficiency. Now, seizure activity in an adult. Seizure activity in an adult most of the time is caused by a deficiency in a biochemical called prostaglandin. Prostaglandin. The body needs omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9 fatty acids in order to make prostaglandin. So often the operative cause of chronic seizure activity is lack of essential fatty acids, So the recommendation here to support and promote the structure and function, 1, of his central nervous system, and 2, of his cardiovascular system would be 1 healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, 1 selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. Was 1 healthy brain and heart pack, 1 selenium, and ultimate daily capsules into the bargain is never a bad idea. Give him the ultimate daily capsules, selenium, and the healthy brain and heart pack. Since this is such a big bad voodoo daddy for him, I mean, for goodness sake, they removed half of his brain. I would encourage him to eat a diet that's high in cholesterol, and for 3 months, Will, I would give him 3 bottles of Smart FX a month. 3 bottles of Smart FX a month for 3 months. He probably won't need it after that. So in addition to the healthy brain and heart pack and the selenium and the ultimate daily capsules, give him 3 bottles of Smart FX a month for 3 months. Have him eliminate the 10 bad foods. And for goodness sake, if the seizures reduce or become eliminated to any degree, can become eliminated or reduced to any degree, call us back with that report, because this will be one for the record books. I'm expecting great things here. And of course, right, another thing to consider for him is what we consider for everybody. If he has deficiencies in essential fatty acids, which invariably he does, then either he doesn't eat fish or stuff that has essential fatty acids in it, mostly fish, or if he does, he's not absorbing it appropriately. Do you know if he still has his gallbladder? Does he still have his gallbladder?
No.
They removed it. How long ago did they remove it?
Maybe 10 years ago.
Was that before or after the seizure activity? After the seizure activity. Well, that would have made things worse. The gallbladder, of course, when they remove a gallbladder, you don't wake up one morning and all of a sudden your gallbladder's funky. It's a long, slow, steady process, like the straws that broke the camel's back, and then you wake up and it's game over and you need a surgical intervention. Oftentimes, quite frankly, for gallbladder stuff you don't, but that's how the MDs look at it. So he's probably, now the gallbladder is necessary to digest fats and fatty acids. So if his gallbladder's been funky for a long time, that would make sense to me that his body has been unable to metabolize essential fatty acids that are in his diet because the gallbladder is funky. So I'm glad I asked you that question. In addition to that, then, I would replace the Ultimate Daily capsules with the digestive enzymes, the Ultimate Enzymes. Give him 1 bottle of Ultimate Enzymes per 50 pounds of body weight per month. 1 bottle of Ultimate Enzymes per 50 pounds of body weight per month. 1 healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. And 1 bottle of selenium per 100 pounds of body weight per month, plus the Smart FX for 3 months. Take that out for a ride. He has to be gluten-free just like everybody else. Give us a call back with a report, William, and keep up the good work. We're getting it done today, ladies and gentlemen. The phones are ringing off the hook. Stick around. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, and this is Fire Your MD Now. East Coast is up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, the 11th day of March 2014. How are you liking that daylight savings time? Let's go to Donna in Connecticut and see what's cracking. Hey, Donna, thanks for the phone call. You are live. Hello.
It's pretty. Like a bear, huh? Mm-hmm.
Come on in, Donna. Hello, Donna.
Oh, hello.
There you are.
Hi, doctor.
What's going on, Donna? How can I help?
Doctor, I have a number. It's number one. I'm gonna start with me first, okay? Because I have something going on with my shoulder, my rotator cuff.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad, doctor.
Yeah. Have you had anybody look at it?
Yeah, I went to my surgeon, neurosurgeon.
Oh, that's always a mistake. What did they tell you?
He told me I needed therapy.
Therapy. All right. So ligaments and tendons, and muscles, but mostly in the rotator cuff, when something goes bad, it's a ligament or a tendon. Sometimes when there's trouble there, the ligament or the tendon detaches completely from the bone. It just pops right off, or it snaps in two. When that happens, the only thing that's going to fix it is surgery. But if it hasn't snapped in two, or if it hasn't detached completely, then medical nutrition and physical therapy is the way to go. Really, you could fix the whole thing just with medical nutrition, but physical therapy will speed it up, and your physical therapist, by the way, will be amazed. What were you doing to make it snap? Were you doing anything funny?
Yeah,
do you remember?
I think it comes from when I have to lift myself up out of the bed because for my surgeries, my muscles are still weak on the right side, and I use my arm to it's like lifting up dead weight, kind of like, and I think I've worked it too much.
What did you have surgery for? Why are you in bed?
No, when I'm getting up to go to the bathroom. So remember I told you I had back surgery and neck surgery?
Yeah, I remember now. Okay, very good. Yeah, so this is another arm of that octopus, right? The reason that you needed neck and back surgery was because the skeleton in your neck and back was weak, the bones and the discs and the ligaments and tendons. Yeah. Well, this is just another arm of that octopus. It's a ligament and a tendon in a different part of your body that's weak, and you stressed it too much, and snap, kerplooey. So there's nothing extracurricular to do than what you're already doing. We're finding results from people in the field with ligament and tendon stuff, better results with the liquid calcium and the liquid glucogel. So if you're doing the powdered calcium or the glucogel capsules, I would switch that out to the liquid calcium, which is beyond OsteoFX. It's a liquid calcium, and the recommendation there is 1 bottle per 100 pounds per month. And the glucogel liquid is called Glucogel Plus.
So I'm not doing the glucogel right now at all. I'm just doing the EFA. I'm doing the Cal-Toddy, and I'm doing the the OsteoFX, the one that's fish free, shellfish free.
Yeah. So get. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 230.
Okay, so I would get 4 bottles of liquid Glucogel Plus a month. If you can't afford that, get 3. If you can't afford that, get 2, or so forth. But that's what you want. And also, one thing that you can do to kind of ease the burden here economically, because insurance doesn't pay for it, is become, really go whole hog with the longevity business, because we can show you how to make $1,000 a month in 3 to 4 months, $1,000 a month in 3 to 4 months. In the meantime, you can support your ligaments and tendons with Knox gelatin. You can get that at the grocery store. Knox gelatin.
Okay.
Have about 1, 2, 3 of those a day in some warm water. Add that into the program, and life is good. Donna, we're at the end of the break. Was there another question that you had?
Yes, a friend of mine has prostate cancer, and he's got it's 4.5 PSA.
All right, stick around. I'll pick this up at the beginning of the second hour. I appreciate you. Stick around, folks. We'll be back after these words.